There is no way that this is happening. We have seen reports of PJ Tucker being linked to the Phoenix Suns, and we have sources from inside saying that it is absolutely 0% chance of happening, and we're going to break that down. Also, a small G League trade has happened where the Suns have acquired Cassius Stanley. So, how will he fit in? Where will he work in with this Suns G League team? We're going to be diving into all of that and more on this episode of Suns Digest. I'm Bruce Velez, and you guys have been absolutely fantastic and showing your love and support over on the channel for CJ and I. We really do appreciate it. So if you want to stay up to date on everything revolving around this team, keep hitting that like button. And make sure to check us out tomorrow on the Suns Planet Pod at 9 a.m. Without further ado, though, let's dive into the video at hand. Make sure to grab a snack. And the Suns made another G League move, and that's what we're going to top off the video with today. We're going to start it off with this small move. Happened a couple days ago. We were unable to break it down, but we wanted to get it for you guys here. So let's look at this now. Phoenix Suns G League affiliate, the Valley Suns, were involved in a massive trade involving 6 teams on Wednesday, with many moving parts in this deal. The Valley Suns acquired the returning player rights to guard Cassius Stanley. The trade saw them send its 2025 second round pick to the Rio Grande Vipers and the returning player rights of Gary Clark to the Wisconsin Herd. And a 6 team trade in the G League is very, very unheard of. Stanley, the number 54 pick by the Indiana Pacers in the 2020 NBA draft, has averaged 13.9 points and 3.9 rebounds in 59 career games and 38 starts in the G League. The California native tallied 15.4 points and 4.2 rebounds in 23 regular season games during the 2023 season with the Rio Grande Vipers, before playing last season for Hapoel Afula in the Israeli Basketball Premier League. The 25-year-old has appeared in 33 games in the NBA, with 24 for the Pacers in 2021 and 9 for the Pistons in 21-22. Overall, Stanley has averaged 2.7 points and 1.4 rebounds in an NBA game. So, now that we all know that, now that we've broken that down, let's kind of talk about Cassius Stanley. So, people that don't know who Cassius Stanley is, you might know his name from Michigan State, and that's because he was a baller there. He was one of their best point guards. I remember my freshman year of college. Michigan State was one of the top teams. They went and played Seton Hall, and I got to see him play. Didn't really see much of the game, but I got to see him play, and it was a fantastic spectacle. Now, Stanley, obviously coming over to this G League team, we've seen this Suns G League squad make an abundance of moves, which is crazy to see, but also good for this Suns G League team, as we've mentioned, with their inaugural season, with them kicking off the year. We want to see them also compete alongside the Phoenix Suns, and having this young talent develop is huge. With adding Cassius Stanley, averaging 15 points in the G League, I'm sure he'll be able to translate that playing and scoring to this Suns team. And this Suns G League team is looking deep. It is looking nice. It is going to be fun. The Suns obviously have made some moves here, there, and everywhere, but they've brought in some other guys on Exhibit 10s that they're going to be bringing to this G League team. And I think overall, once we see the finalized roster before the start of the season, we're going to be looking at this Valley Suns team as a contender in its inaugural season. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. What do you guys think about the trade? How do you guys feel about Cassius Stanley getting added to this team? Let's get into the important part. Let's get into the meat and bones of the video, which this is hilarious and why the title is No Way This Is Going to Happen. And that is discussing this hilarious take courtesy of NBA Central. So, as we all know, PJ Tucker is going to get waived or traded by this Clippers team. It is said that he's going to be stepping away. So let's dive in and let's look at what we had to say here, courtesy of that. The Milwaukee Bucks are the favorites to win the PJ Tucker sweepstakes per Boveda official, with the Suns being the second team at plus 325. Well, as we all know with the Suns, they do have one open roster spot that could pursue PJ Tucker, but we have our inside source, Gambo, here, saying the Suns' odds are 0 with no interest. Absolutely 0 interest. Which leads me to believe that this will not be happening, and that there is no way in hell that we will see PJ Tucker in a uniform. And I'm happy about that because honestly, if the Suns went out and got PJ Tucker's that 15th roster spot, I'd be a little disappointed. I think there are better players. I think there are better assets. I think there are players on this G League team or two-way contracts that could earn a spot that could be better for the Suns in the future than a player in PJ Tucker, and I wouldn't want to invest in that. The Suns, if we want to look at their wing group, we can see that they have obviously Kevin Durant, Royce O'Neal, Bol Bol, Mabi Diakite, um, Moses Wood, and Ryan Dunn in this wing group. We've already seen the emergence of Ryan Dunn. We had a video talking about him a couple days ago, how he's breaking out. I had an article for Last Word on Sports as well, if you want to check that out. But I think this win group is pretty solidified as well. And PJ Tucker would not be getting any valuable minutes with this Suns team if it was brought onto this roster. We want to look at PJ Tucker's stats from last season. We can see with the Clippers, he didn't play that much, but averaged 1.7 points, 2.7 rebounds on 36% shooting from the field and 37% shooting from three. He obviously, didn't, like I said, get much playing time with this Clippers team. He was out, was having a holdout, but still, I don't want an old PJ Tucker who is an all right defender on our team when we already have Ryan Dunn who could honestly be a better defender than him in a year or two as a younger piece. Already having Royce O'Neal who can provide more on the offensive side than PJ Tucker can for this team. And I'm glad that the Suns are, kind of going away from this. Ultimately, I do think the Suns will hold that final roster spot open. I think going into this season here with 14 guys under the roster, they kind of have their core pieces. There's already some guys competing for some last spots, anyways, so there's really no need to add anybody onto this roster. Maybe if Nurkic is having some injury going into the year, they pick up a guy in Frank Kaminsky as that last spot on an Exhibit 10. That could be the only guy I could see just if Nurkic is still dealing with this finger injury going into the season. But if not, then I don't see him being picked up, and I see the Suns running with this 14-man roster that they already have, kind of investing in some of these young guys. We've seen Gillespie, we've seen Jalen Bridges look good in this G League or in the preseason so far. So I do expect them to be, looking solid in the G League, looking like bright spots for this Suns team to possibly be brought up if injuries do occur within the season to fill in a roster spot or to be a replacement for a guy. And that's something that I want to believe in and something that I'd rather invest in. I'd rather invest into some youth talent like we were talking about. The Valley Suns are looking to win. Suns are looking to win. The Suns just got a new G League team. Get them some youth talent, get them some young players, and let them develop it how other franchises have in the past. I think the Suns are doing the smart thing, the right thing, and avoiding PJ Tucker is 100% the best move. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. What did you guys think on the G League trade? Do you guys like the addition of Cassius Stanley? And what is your guys' stance on PJ Tucker? Do you think the Suns should go out and get him? Do you think he would be some valuable asset to this team? Do you think he'd find a role in that wing group that we broke down? Or do you agree, like myself, that it's pointless? He's old, he's washed, he's not going to be that contributor defender. And we already have guys in our wing group that can do what PJ Tucker does, that are younger and better, that already fit our system. Like I said, you guys have been absolutely fantastic and so showing support throughout the entire offseason. And catch us tomorrow on the Suns Planet Pod at 9 a.m. PST to break down everything with the boys over there. We're super excited to be a guest over on their stream, and we can't wait to talk all Phoenix Suns, CJ and I, together. But like I said, you guys have been absolutely fantastic. Thank you guys so much for showing your support, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a great rest of your day, and go Phoenix Suns.